man, you can at least take pride in the fact that at least we're leading that game.
Why?
Well, you gotta have the lead to give up a game-tying goal, and it's better to have led and lost than to have never have led at all.
No, it's really not.
It's really not. You're right. I'm sorry.
Showtime!
Pity point.
Voodoo! Wizardry! And
Whoopsie daisy, this team is ruining my life!
Leafs lose 3-2 in the shootout to the Washington Capitals. And what sucks is the Leafs were leading, and then the Caps tied it with 0.8 seconds left. What sucks more is I was like, oh, you know what this reminds me of? When John Madden scored with less than a second left against the New York Islanders in a game where the Leafs needed the Islanders to lose so they could make the playoff. But then the Devils didn't send out any of their good guys in the shootout, and Scott Clemenson was in net, and the Islanders had Wade Dublowitz, and they won the game, and the Leafs missed the playoff. And I had to stop myself like, oh my god! There's a Leaf loss for every occasion! They're like Beanie Babies! Here's an idea with Christmas quickly approaching. A Leafs loss advent calendar. Every morning you open up the little door and it reveals some kind of Leafs tragedy. Oh honey, I got it was 4-1 today. Oh my goodness, that was a good one. And there's no chocolate in it just to drive the disappointment home. Anyway, here, let's talk about the game. The Leafs have been having bad starts. They needed to have a better one. And guess what? Daniel Winnick coming in, sniping on the Holt Beast. And guess what? The Leafs have a 1-0 lead. That's the way to do it, Winnick. You show them how to do it, Winnick. Get up, Winnick. Get up. What the f— Daniel Winnick goes down awkwardly and doesn't get up. That looked like a not going to be around for a while injury. Almost like you knew there would be a catch for a Leaf doing something good. It's brutal. Winnick has consistently been one of the only bright spots on this team, and I wish him a speedy recovery. However, hockey is cruel and the season is long, so let me ask you this. Question of the game, who will replace Daniel Winnick in the lineup? Or basically, who do you call up? Richard Clune seems pretty obvious. I mean, they just signed him. They just sent him down. But I have two other guys in mind. Josh Levo, who looked great when he started with the Leafs organization, was kind of tailing off towards the end of last year, had a bad preseason, is killing it at the beginning of the season with the Marlies, 10 points in 11 games. But you know who also has 10 points in 11 games? Richard Panik. Remember that guy? Whoever comes up needs to be able to play a little bit of PK time. But my main concern with a guy like Levo, or even a guy like Panik, is they seem to be having such a good time on the Marlies. They seem to be learning. Josh Levo is finally getting his scoring touch back, and Richard Panik, 2 goals and 8 assists, is becoming a playmaker, which is weird because he usually has more goals than assists. Levo's 22, Panik's 24, Clune is 28, and we basically know the kind of player he is. Energy guy, great story, obviously happy to be here. Maybe it's worth calling him up instead of those two. What do you think? Because it also might be none of them. Back to the game. Leafs do something weird. They head to the second period with a lead until Alex Ovechkin scores on the power play, because of course, Alex Ovechkin ties Sergei Fedorov for most goals by a Russian-born player. Milestone! What's amazing is a bunch of you were tweeting me about it like, oh, guess what's going to happen in this game? And halfway through yesterday, I got a notification on my phone reminding me that Ovechkin could hit the milestone. I'm like, I get it! I get it, hockey gods! I hear you loud and clear! And get this, the goal was from Alex Ovechkin, assisted by Evgeny Kuznetsov and Nicholas Backstrom, because those 3 players are allowed to be on the same team for some reason. And TJ Oshie, Justin Williams, it's disgusting! But you know what else is disgusting? The Leafs get their second lead of the game halfway through the third period. James Van Riemsdyk on the power play. But wait a sec, how did the Leafs get on the power play? Hi, I'm Nazem Kadri Bob Ross, and today we're going to be drawing a roughing penalty. You see we got Tom Wilson right here, we got me right here. I already built a little foundation right there. And what you want to do is you just want to put that fist right in your face there. Make them all angry, probably chirp them, you know, give them some sick chirps and stuff. There's his angry eyebrows, angry mouth. And then here's you. There's a little oh, and a cheeky tongue. Now what's important to note is sometimes they will draw a roughing penalty against you, so you need to draw yours twice as good, which is what we did in this case. He actually got a double minor for roughing. And of course the end result is going to be a power play goal from James Van Riemsdyk. There he is, happy because he scored. There's his mouth guard hanging out, not sure why he even wears one. Alright, now your team's up 2-1. Nazem Kadri, struggling to find the goals, but he's got plenty of trolls. 2 minutes to go, the Caps need a tying goal, and Alex Ovechkin needs 1 more goal to take sole possession of most goals amongst Russians, and oh geez, there it is! A little bit of that Babcock bling. He thought there was a little bit of goaltender interference, and that can only mean one thing. They challenge it and overturn it. They say that Justin Williams got all up in Reimer's grill, and that's a no-goal. And I'm gonna level with you, especially Caps fans. Was Justin Williams pushed into Reimer? No. Did Justin Williams impede James Reimer? Did he get his glove glove up in his face or his stick up in his face. Yeah, he did. Was that technically the right call? Yes, it was.
But really, that was a pretty gentle touch.
Like, I know you can't be touching goalies, but you can't touch them at all, man. Would you make that call in the playoffs, dude?
When the forwards and defensemen are basically allowed to murder each other, you would call a goal back for this, really?
I mean, hey, the Leafs came out on the good end of it, right? 5, oh my goodness, the Leafs are gonna win. 4, against a pretty good team. 3, one I would consider a legitimate threat to win the cup. 2, oh my goodness, at no point in this game have the Leafs even been behind. 1, who's got Backstrom? 0.8.
This is how you know hockey's rigged, man.
Because Ovechkin hits his little milestone, they tie it with 0.8 seconds left, and of course Ovechkin has the shootout winner. The 3-2 shootout winner. Because I bet you didn't know that Alex Ovechkin wore 3-2, aka 32, when he was in the KHL with Dynamo Moscow. Another team that, by the way, wears blue and white. And Nicholas Backstrom tied the game with 0.8 seconds left. OV wears 8 on the Caps. And who are the Capitals' rivals? The Pittsburgh Penguins. Who is Ovechkin's rival? Sidney Crosby. Who started the season playing on Sidney Crosby's line? Phil Kessel. What team did Phil Kessel used to play for? Phil Illuminati. Open your eyes, Leafs fans. It's all fixed. Of course it's all fixed. What did you think a team could really be this bad for this long? They're in on it, man. They're all in on it. It's a conspiracy. Don't give me that look, okay? We all have our own way of dealing with things. Let's just take comfort in the fact that the Leafs played well this game. Let's at least take comfort in the fact that the Leafs played well this game. Let's at least take comfort in the fact that the... I need a... That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked it. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Links down below for the highlights and whatnot. And how many games in? 14?